Why hello there beautiful people, Caz the Blackheart back with another Baltimore State Dynasty video. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I dropped one of these videos, but now we are back to business as usual. And we're taking on number 9 Georgia Tech this week, coming off of another loss last week to USC. And it was a pretty embarrassing loss. And it knocked Baltimore State out of the top 25 for the first time in quite a while. I don't know exactly when the last time Baltimore State wasn't ranked, but they are no longer ranked, and now they got to get back on the horse, no pun intended. But Miami is still number 1, Auburn's number 2, Georgia moves up to number 3. But this is another matchup where Baltimore State is a heavy underdog, and why not? Georgia Tech is in the top 10. They're 6-1 on the season, with their only loss being to Ole Miss, who's number 13. They're a very strong team coming off a big win over Florida, who blew out Baltimore State earlier this season. And Georgia Tech has a very high-octane offense. They're very good at throwing the football, which is kind of in contrast to how they used to run their offense. They used to be more of a triple option offense where they ran the football a ton with multiple different players getting the ball, but now they're more of a high-octane passing team. So Baltimore State's secondary is going to have to pack a lunch for this one. Let's see what happens. Georgia Tech's led by Matt Mosley, who's coming off a really good game against Florida where he had 2 touchdown passes and 271 yards through the air. And he is a Heisman candidate right now, so Baltimore State's going to have their hands full on this one. 3rd and 7. And Mosley's going to find Marquez Brown, who picked up the first down. Rhyming accidentally out here like Chris Move. Now a 2nd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. Mosley going to hand it off to Fitzpatrick. He gets a few blocks, a nice pancake there. He's going to pick up 7 yards and the first down. So now 1st and 10 for Georgia Tech. They're in the pistol with 3 receivers to the left side. Mosley going to drop back. Throws over the middle. Finds Burns. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to get into Baltimore State territory up to about the 39-yard line. It'll be a new set of downs for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd and 3. Mosley with the screen pass to Clark. Armstrong misses him. And Clark's going to get up to the 15-yard line on a 17-yard gain. Alex Ace making a touchdown-saving tackle, but now Georgia Tech in the red zone, 1st and 10. Mosley going to try to avoid the pressure, and he's going to finally get caught for the sack. Sullivan able to bring him down for a loss of 5, and now it's a 3rd and 15 for the Yellow Jackets. Mosley going to throw over the middle, finds Stewart, and Armstrong just kind of got caught there, and Casey Stewart gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And with that touchdown pass, Matt Mosley is now the sole leader in all-time passing touchdowns for Georgia Tech. They take an early 7-0 lead. So now Rodiani Fairioni getting the start at quarterback for Baltimore State. And on the first play, he's going to be brought down for the sack. He loses 10 yards on the play. That would lead to a 3rd and 22 for Baltimore State as Fairioni drops back. He's looking to the right side, looking for Morrison. He overthrows him incomplete. And Baltimore State goes 3 and out to open the game. So now Georgia Tech football, 1st and 10. They're in the pistol. Mosley with the play fake. He has plenty of time to throw. Throws left side. It's completed to Stewart. And he gains 9 yards on the play. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 1 for Georgia Tech. Still in the full house pistol. And here's a handoff to Fitzpatrick up the middle. He breaks a tackle. Alex Ace brings him down, but not before Fitzpatrick gets 4 yards in the first down. But now Georgia Tech facing a 3rd and 10. Mosley going to drop back. He has time to throw, but he's caught from behind, fumbles it. It's recovered by an offensive lineman, but Chadwick Passmore able to get to Mosley on the play, and that forces the Georgia Tech punt. So now Baltimore State with the ball, 1st and 10. Fairioni going to find Jalen Morrison over the middle. He picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs for Baltimore State. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fairioni on the play fake and a throw to Zach Hobart in the flat. He runs over a defender, picks up about 9 yards on the play. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 1. Fairioni in the shotgun working against a dime package. Here's Colin Mentor getting the carry. He's going to pick up the first down. He fumbled the football, but it's picked up by Darren Hogan. But it would be reviewed, and it would be found that Mentor's knee hit the ground, so would have been a break for Baltimore State if Georgia Tech recovered. But now 1st and 10, Fairioni gets it away, finds Damian Rutledge near the sidelines. He picks up 9 yards on the play. That leads to a 2nd and 1. Fairioni in the shotgun yet again. He'll roll to his right. Plenty of green in front of him. There goes Fairioni. He's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line, a 19-yard gain for him. And now Baltimore State in position to make this a tie ball game, 2nd and 7. Fairioni going to find Mentor. Mentor gets inside the 5 up to the 3-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain. So now 2nd and goal from about the 7 after a 3-yard loss. Here's Fairioni. He's going to scramble, looking to get into the end zone, and he does so. Touchdown, Baltimore State. Fairioni runs it in from 7 yards out, and with under a minute to go in the first quarter, we are tied at 7. So now 3rd and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. Mosley going to dump it off to Fitzpatrick, but he goes nowhere. Bailey Barba with a nice hit there. And Georgia Tech goes 3 and out. So now we begin the second quarter. Baltimore State with the football near midfield. 2nd and 10. Fairioni going to scramble. And he's going to dive. Coughs up the football. It's picked up by Cooper. And Georgia Tech takes over. Fairioni making a big mistake there. So now it's 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Mosley throws right side, finds Burns. Breaks the tackle, but takes a big hit from Alex Ace, but gets the first down. So now 1st and 10 from the Baltimore State 45. Mosley gonna scramble. Barba can't get to him. And here's Mosley. Breaks the tackle. A big stiff arm to Alex Ace. And Mosley inside the 20 with a 26-yard gain in the play. Now 2nd and 7. Here's Mosley. Rolling to his right, throws across his body, and he finds a wide-open Daniel Smith in the end zone for the Georgia Tech touchdown, and the Yellow Jackets go back up by 7. Baltimore State just couldn't get the play call in time, and it cost them 7 points there. So now 1st and 10, here's Fairioni on the play fake, rolls to his right. He's looking for somebody, throws it across his body, finds Dustin Scott, who's brought down at the 41-yard line. A nice throw there by Fairioni. And a nice catch by Scott. Now 1st and 22 after a clipping call. Fairioni going to throw over the middle. Finds Dustin Scott. He's going to burn the Georgia Tech secondary. He's gone. Touchdown, Baltimore State. A 72-yard strike from Fairioni to Scott. And we are tied back up at 14 now. Baltimore State not scared at all in this game. Now a 3rd and 8 for Georgia Tech. Mosley going to throw right side. Completes it to Brown. And he takes a big hit but holds onto the football. And it'll be a new set of downs for Georgia Tech. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mosley in the shotgun, getting handed off to Fitzpatrick, but he goes nowhere. Quadarius Friday brings him down for a 3-yard loss. That would lead to a 3rd and 19. And Mosley in the pistol now. Baltimore State sends 4. Mosley throws right side, completed to Burns. Ace gets there, but Burns is going to fight his way to the marker for a 1st down. And that is just a huge letdown for this Baltimore State defense. Now 2nd and 11. Mosley throws left side, finds Smith. He's going to pick up another 1st down, just getting to the marker there. And now Georgia Tech with this no-huddle offense, just wearing away Baltimore State's defense. Mosley going to let it fly, finds Clark. He's going to pick up another 1st down. Georgia Tech's offense just moving so quickly right now. After a penalty, Georgia Tech gets the ball at the 1. Mosley on the read option keeps it himself and gets into the end zone for another Georgia Tech touchdown. And they take a 7-point lead for the 3rd time in this game. It's 21-14. Baltimore State would go 3 and out. Georgia Tech takes over from their 5. Mosley over the middle finds Burns. Burns up the left sideline. He's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Roman Cinder making a touchdown-saving tackle. But now Georgia Tech has some breathing room now. 1st and 10. Mosley on the play fake. Plenty of time to throw. Only 2 receivers on the play. He throws and it's intercepted. Calvin Trangian with the pick. He breaks the tackle and he's going to get up to about the 48-yard line of Georgia Tech. A very well-timed interception for Baltimore State. Now they face a 3rd and 4. Up to about the 42-yard line. Fairioni going to throw right side. Finds Hobart, who fights his way forward for a 1st down. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. So now 3rd and 10. Julius Hobbs comes in because Fairioni gets hurt. Hobbs going to throw over the middle looking for Hobart, and he couldn't make the grab incomplete. That'll lead to a 4th down, and Baltimore State is going to attempt a very long field goal here. This one would be about 53 yards for Roger Holloway. Kick is up, and it's good. So Baltimore State makes it a 4-point ball game. Georgia Tech has plenty of time to get into field goal range here as they face a 2nd and 3. Mosley throws to the left side, completed to Brown, and Brown able to get up to the 49-yard line as Georgia Tech takes their 2nd time out. So exactly a minute to go in the half. 1st and 10. Here's Mosley out of the shotgun, looking, throws it to the right side, and he's going to complete it to Brown. Ace misses him, Armstrong couldn't bring him down, and Cinder is able to push him out at about the 11-yard line. And now Georgia Tech might be thinking touchdown here as they face a 3rd and 5. 22 seconds remaining now. Mosley throws a little right side. It's completed to Sharp, but he steps out of bounds shy of the first down marker. And they settle for a field goal to make it 24-17. 10 seconds left. Baltimore State going to try to go for a touchdown here. But Fairioni's intercepted by Cooper, and that's going to prove to not be a very good decision as Cooper's tripped up at about the 34-yard line with 1 second to go. So now Georgia Tech has a chance to make it a 10-point ball game before the half, and that could be huge. Here's the kick, and the 51-yard field goal goes through the uprights, and Georgia Tech goes into the half up 27-17. And Baltimore State's defense really has to get it together in the second half. Baltimore State going to get the ball to start the second half. Here's Fairioni in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Fairioni over the middle finds Zach Hobart. Hobart gets behind the defense, and he might be gone. But Georgia Tech's secondary going to catch up to him, and Hobart's brought down at the 3-yard line. So now Baltimore State trying to get into the end zone to make it a 3-point game here, 2nd and 10. Fairioni in the shotgun. He'll drop back. Looking to the left side. It's going to be intercepted. Long with the interception. And he's up the right sideline. I don't know if anybody's going to catch him. Long into Baltimore State territory. But what an effort from Colin Mentor, who makes a touchdown-saving tackle there after a horrible mistake. And now Georgia Tech has a chance to make this a 17-point game. 3rd and inches. A.J. Fitzpatrick going to get into the end zone after some great blocking in front of him. And Georgia Tech now with a 17-point lead. 34-17 is the score. Baltimore State needs something good on this kickoff. And Brady James up left sideline gets pushed out of bounds at about the 43. So a really good return there for Baltimore State. And now they're across midfield, 2nd and 2. Fairioni going to throw right side, completed to Morrison. And Morrison breaks the tackle, gets up to about the 28-yard line. So Baltimore State not going out without a fight in this one. Now 3rd and 6. Fairioni will drop back. Looking left side, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Rutledge on the play. Baltimore State will settle for a field goal to make it 34-20. So now Georgia Tech ball again, 1st and 10. Mosley looking to the right side, and it's completed to Burns, who gets up to about the 50-yard line. Burns just burns Armstrong on the play. Later on in the drive, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Mosley. Looking over the middle, completes it to Burns, and Burns is brought down by his face mask. That's going to put Georgia Tech at the 5-yard line. So Baltimore State really needs to stop here. Georgia Tech now at the 1-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Baltimore State in the 4-3. Mosley throws over the middle, finds McMillan in the end zone for the touchdown. And Georgia Tech now has their biggest lead of the game. 41-20 is the score midway through the 3rd quarter. And Baltimore State facing a 3rd and 10. Fairioni rolls to the right, lets it fly, finds a wide open Dustin Scott. And Scott going to get into the end zone for the Baltimore State touchdown. A 66-yard bomb gets Baltimore State back into the game. It's 41-27. And Georgia Tech goes 3 and out, so now Baltimore State has a chance to make it a 1-score game again. Fairioni finds Scott near the sidelines. They're going to call it incomplete. But Baltimore State would actually challenge this one. And honestly, on the replay, if you look at this again, it looks like he kept his right foot down as he made the catch. He didn't get his left foot down, so it wouldn't have been a catch in the NFL, but it looks like they're going to reverse this one, and they do just that. So Baltimore State gets a big break there as they get a new set of downs. Now in Georgia Tech territory, 1st and 10. Fairioni going to throw over the middle, and it's completed to Hobart. He's going to make the grab and gets up to about the 15-yard line. Now 1st and 14 after a holding call. Fairioni over the middle finds Scott. He's able to pick up about 12 on the play. And that's going to make it a very manageable 2nd and short here as Fairioni is again in the shotgun. Tries to scramble, but he's brought down for the sack. He's going to lose 5 yards on the play. Gary Lumpkin gets to him. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 6. Fairioni drops back, rolls to his right, throws off his back foot, and that's nearly intercepted yet again. But it luckily falls to the turf, and Baltimore State settles for 3 to make it 41-30. Now Georgia Tech with a 1st and 10. Thrown to the right side. It's completed to Stewart. He's going to pick up the first down. Lambert was looking for the pick, but just couldn't get there. And it'll be a new set of downs for Georgia Tech. So now 2nd and 4. Mosley in the shotgun. He's going to keep it on the read option. And Mosley going to pick up the first down after a 5-yard gain. So Georgia Tech looking to put this game away. 2nd and 5. Time on down in the 3rd quarter. Baltimore State with a blitz. Mosley gets it away. Finds Clark, who gets the catch up to the 36-yard line now. So now this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Mosley throws a screen. He's intercepted. Calvin Tranjan, with nobody in front of him, gets his 2nd pick of the game. And this one's going to go for a pick 6. Touchdown, Baltimore State. As they cut their deficit down to 5. And with a 2-point conversion, can possibly cut it down to 3. And they're going to go for 2. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter for sure. Fairioni going to roll to his right. And he's looking to run it in. No, he throws last second. Finds Jalen Morrison. He gets the 2-point conversion. So it's 41-38 as we end the 3rd quarter. Georgia Tech with a 1st and 10 here. Mosley looking over the middle. Finds McMillan. McMillan able to take advantage of the poor tackling by Baltimore State and get into Baltimore State territory. A 38-yard catch and run for McMillan and a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10. Mosley looking. Throws to the right side. Completed to Odom, and he's going to get into the end zone. More poor tackling for Baltimore State. And Georgia Tech able to extend their lead out to 10. So now Baltimore State looking for another big return. James on the return again. Gets some blocking up the right sideline to the 40. Into Georgia Tech territory up to the 45-yard line. Baltimore State not going away in this one. Now 2nd and 10. Fairioni over the middle finds Hobart. He's going to get up to the 29-yard line. A 15-yard gain in the play. Hobart over 100 yards today. 6 catches for 136. So now 2nd and 4, Fairioni over the middle, and he finds Tony Turner, the freshman, who just had his red shirt taken off this past week, and he gets his first career catch. And it's a new set of downs for Baltimore State. In the red zone now, Fairioni going to try to run to the end zone, and he does so successfully. Touchdown, Baltimore State. They make it a 3-point game yet again. Now they got to keep Georgia Tech out of the end zone. 1st and 10. Mosley in the pistol. He'll drop back. Throws right side, completed to Stewart, and Stewart takes a big hit from Alex Ace, but holds onto the football for the first down. So now 2nd and 10. Here's Mosley again, looking to the left side. He's going to find Daniel Smith, who gets the catch and gets a foot in bounds. As Baltimore State just struggling to stop this Georgia Tech passing offense. Now 2nd and 7, Mosley. Right side finds Brown, who gets away from Armstrong, and he picks up the first down, an 11-yard gain in the play. As Georgia Tech inches closer to getting back on the board yet again. Now 1st and 14 after a clipping call. McMillan gets the screen. Up the left sideline. Bryant couldn't get him. And McMillan able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. A 33-yard catch and run for McMillan, as Mosley now has the most passing yards in a game in Georgia Tech history. As Georgia Tech goes back up by 10. So now here's Fairioni trying to get Baltimore State back into the game. Throws it across his body, finds Hobart. He's going to evade some defenders. Here goes Zach Hobart to the 20. At the 10, breaks the tackle, and he's going to get into the end zone. A 75-yard catch and run for Zach Hobart. And just like that, it's a 3-point game yet again. Baltimore State just needs to get a stop finally. 2nd and 10. Mosley throws left side, completes it to Fenton, and he's going to be brought down at the 9-yard line. So now a very critical 3rd and 1. Mosley in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. Throws it to the right side, and Fenton couldn't hold on to it. Incomplete. And now Baltimore State will get the ball back after a 3-and-out by Georgia Tech. Now here's the punt. Nice kick, and James going to receive it at about the 24. James reverses field. Gets hit hard, and he fumbles the football. Picked up by Brown, and there's going to be a face mask call as well. That could not have happened at a worse time for Baltimore State, as Georgia Tech will get the ball deep in Baltimore State territory at about the 13-yard line. So now Georgia Tech, 1st and 10. Just over 4 minutes to go. Here's the handoff to Thomas. He's going to break a tackle. Breaks another one, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They go up 62-52. It's been a really high-scoring game for both of these teams, but now Georgia Tech Looking to close this game out, 2nd and 10. Fairioni throws right side. He's intercepted by Flores. And that just might do it there. Flores is going to get it back to about the 22-yard line. And Georgia Tech looking to put the game away. Mosley going to throw the screen pass to Odom. He breaks a tackle. And he's able to gain 5 yards. That makes it another very critical 3rd down. 3rd and 2 for Georgia Tech. And Mosley going to drop back. Looks over the middle, finds Odom, and Odom gets down to the 1-yard line. And Georgia Tech could put the ball game away here. Hand off to Brown up the middle, and there's your dagger. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They go up 69, giggity, to 52. Baltimore State would drive down the field, but then Fairioni on 1st and 10 gets intercepted by Cooper again. That's his 4th interception thrown of the game, his 5th turnover overall. And Baltimore State absolutely just broke down late in this game. They had a chance to win this one. Here's Brown, just to add insult to injury. He goes up the right sideline for a big run play. Passmore able to bring him down at about the 22, but a 56-yard gain for John Brown. And then Georgia Tech, just to add insult to injury, they're going to score one more time here as Mosley finds a wide open Turner. And if I were to tell somebody who was just tuning into this game that it was a 3-point game with about 4 minutes to go, you would have thought I was crazy. Georgia Tech wins this one 76-52, and Baltimore State with another loss. Their 4th loss in a row, and they really just don't have anybody who can play quarterback. I mean, whether it's Julius Hobbs, Kevin Pride, or Rodiani Fairioni, they all just turn the ball over like crazy. And even the run game, obviously, it's a run-and-shoot offense, so you're not going to be able to run the football a whole lot. But the run game isn't working at all either. I mean, something's got to give at this point. Baltimore State has to find somebody who can play quarterback for this team. But more so, their defense just has to stop giving up points. I mean, I know they're not helped by these turnovers at all, but the secondary needs to just step up at this point and show some damn pride. Because this is just ridiculous. Trajan did have 2 interceptions, including the pick 6, but for the most part, they just got sliced and diced all game. And that can continue to happen if Baltimore State wants to get to a bowl game, at least a bowl game this year. The national championship is completely out of the picture. It's been out of the picture for a couple of weeks, if we're being completely honest. But if they at least want to make a bowl game, they have to get 6 wins, and the rest of their schedule isn't looking very favorable right now. You got LSU next week. Then you got NC State, you got Texas, and you got Virginia to end the season. So that's at least 2 more losses unless this team gets it together. They were in this game, so you do have to give them credit for sticking in this game, but everything just unraveled after the 4-minute mark. Then it just all kind of just fell out of place for Baltimore State. They just couldn't get back on the horse. Turnover after turnover just screwed them in this game. And they really got to fix these turnover issues that they have. I don't know who's going to play quarterback the rest of the season, but whoever it is has to stop turning the damn ball over. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. Like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I love y'all 3,000. I'm outie 5,000. Deuces.